Hello, guys and dolls. Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for tuning into your reading. So we're going to do something a little bit different today, and that is just going to be whatever message wants to come out for you guys that you need to hear right now, okay? So the intention is this will be something that you need to hear, that's going to help you on your path, direct you correctly, and in some way, shape, or form help you out. So quick disclaimer, my readings are meant to provide clarity and guidance. The focus is going to be on your best interest, even if it's not what you expect, okay? So let's get started. I'm going to pull cards you can choose from to choose your group. Otherwise, you can go off of the thumbnail or the timestamps or your intuition, whatever you want to do. So for group one, this is going to be your card. You can choose from the cards I'm about to pull right now, too. My self-made Art Deco Tarot. Just going to shovel it a couple of times, and we'll put it down. I was going to pull you a card, but first let's just go ahead and use the decks, because that'll be quicker. And I just want to jump into the reading. I know that many of you would just prefer me to jump in the reading as well. Okay, so if the screen will allow, okay, because this is pretty zoomed in, but it is what it is. I'm going to shuffle this deck. This is Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot cards. For group two. And finally, the last unicorn. Let's do the last unicorn tarot deck. That'll be group three. Now, some of you, okay, little added information because it's coming through. So for those who will choose group three, or those who should choose group three, it's like you are watching and waiting for something to come in or happen. Like you put in effort for something and you're waiting for it to pay off. Now that can mean that some of you are in a relationship and you're waiting for the engagement or to move in together or to get married. It's not going to be for everybody, but there's something that you put in effort. It could be talking about your job, your work. You're waiting for that promotion, like you're waiting to be promoted, or you're waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting to get that money. You're waiting to get that break. There's something here that you're expecting. Some of you could have put in a bid for a house. That's going to be for an odd few because it's a general reading, but not maybe for everyone, but I'm getting that. So it's that whole energy of waiting, watching, waiting, and expecting. And it's expecting something solid and good. Okay, these are your groups, guys. Group one, group two, group three. Go with the one you feel most drawn to, however you want to do it. And we're going to start with group one. I'm just going to pull a couple of cards from the tarot, and I'm going to use oracle cards for the rest. Welcome, group one. So you chose my Art Deco Tarot. Okay, I love these cards too. Let's get a card for you from this deck and a card for you from a couple of other decks. I'm just trying to decide which ones that I want to use. So what does group one really need to know right now? Tell us what group one, the viewer group one, those who have chosen group one. Okay, that one. These two? Nope, we're only taking one, boo. Group one. Okay, we're not looking at it yet. Setting this aside. Excuse me. My oldest deck that I have on hand, Healing with the Fairies, also by Doreen Virtue. For group one, what does group one need to know right now? For group one's highest good, we've got peace of mind. You should make peace of mind your top priority right now, regardless of what's going on around you. Be the eye in the storm. Be that calm for yourself. Show up for yourself. Do what you need to do to have peace of mind. That should be your number one priority right now. For some of you, that means listening to music, making music, writing music. Okay, some way, shape, or form. Dancing, singing to music. That's going to be extremely beneficial to you right now. Okay, and we will get next. Oh, why not these? Why not these? Okay, some of you watching are Our Scorpios are dealing with the Scorpio masculine. Just putting it out there. So one more card on what group 1 needs to know right now. Fill the well. Okay. So you decide the outcome here. You are the judge and the jury. There could be some decision that you're needing to make. Could be regarding a relationship, a job, or some other form of partnership. But it's up to you. It's really up to you. If you feel anxious about that and you don't feel like it's up to you, just know that it is up to you. Like, you're meant to learn from the situation. One of the spiritual or larger lessons that you're meant to learn from this is that it is up to you. And that the way to make the best decision here in this situation is to get away from your stressors, okay? There's a reason why we have aha moments when we're in our car driving, for example, right? The process of moving our eyes side to side, it stimulates the vagus nerve, which calms it down. And the vagus nerve is important to being calm. Same thing if you're in the shower and you get an aha moment. Your mind, you're kind of relaxing, in the water, and usually, it feels good, and then that puts you in a different mindset, and then that allows, solutions to come in and you to see things, from a better perspective. So that's why they're wanting you to calm down, your peace of mind. And it's saying just do the work of it, just keep doing the work of it, right? Fill the well. Carry water, chop wood, do the basics. That's what you should be doing. Maybe you have been doing that. That's what you're learning. Like, your results of what's going to happen here and how you can create, whatever you're wanting is a direct result of what you're putting in. And it doesn't mean efforting in vain. It means doing those rituals, those practices, and those techniques on a consistent, persistent basis that help you to grow mentally and spiritually. So that's going to get you closer to what you want. And one of those, the practices seem to be centered around, gaining peace of mind. If that's through meditation, walks in nature, just removing yourself from toxic or overwhelming places, environments, or people, then that's what you're meant to be doing. And you have to do it persistently, just not one time or a few times or for a couple of months and be like, it didn't work, and give up. It's telling you to chop wood and carry water, do those things that are necessary, and over time it's going to add up and it's going to pay off. This is leading to your inner growth. Inner growth is priceless. Okay, you're the relationship you're going to have the longest in your life. It's important that you take care of yourself and benefit yourself and expand yourself, grow. That's only going to make you better. Okay, so let's get a card from the Art Deco Tarot. See, 6 of Cups. So it is speaking about a certain amount of needing comfort in your life, right? Nostalgia. Comfort. That's what the 6 of Cups is about. Also reaching out to your friends, maybe friends from a long time ago, or doing things that used to bring you comfort in the past. Maybe you've abandoned. Maybe you're asking, like, what should I do to gain peace of mind in the situation? What should I do to get in a mindset that's going to allow me to make the decisions that are best for me, to decide on which techniques will work to get me what I want, or what decision I need to make in my love life, personal life, professional life, maybe regarding family or friends too. Many different people watch different scenarios. So there's different scenarios. What is going to help you get in that state of mind? Rubbing doggy bellies, okay? Kitty bellies. Eating your comfort food, right? Hearing raviolis and grilled cheese dipped in tomato soup. I don't know. That I've had that once or twice. It's pretty good. Pizza I'm getting as well. Something about that. Even for some of you, it's fruit. But bottom line, doing something that makes you feel good again, makes you feel like you again, gets you in touch with your inner child, allows your inner child to come out and play, even if that's doing like drawing, coloring books, music, watching a musical. Maybe like a Disney movie, that's a musical, right? We can associate that with kids. If you like that kind of thing, if it comforts you, okay, that's what it's really wanting you to do. Find that comfort that makes you feel more like yourself and continue to persist in doing that. That is a technique that you can do as well, to get what you want. Don't let it all be about work. Again, I'm not advocating for efforting all the time, like efforting, like in the 3D sense of trying to manipulate the 3D to get what you want, but it's more about the practices that you choose to do, the spiritual practices and the mindset practices that you choose to do that put you in a peaceful mind state, which allows your inner child to heal and feel safe to come out and play, because the inner child is innate to who you are. It's a big part of who you still are and who you will always be. And you should acknowledge that in the ways described, or in other ways that work for you on an ongoing basis, not just once in a while. okay? You are worth taking care of. Your inner child is worth taking care of. It's not silly. It's not immature. It's not this or that. If it works for you, and it will, because the cards are saying, so this is what you need to hear, then you need to persist in that. Okay, so do those things that make you feel childlike joy and or comforted, even if that's like playing with your kids, your nieces and nephews. I mean, seeing things through the eyes of a child, but it really has to do with nostalgia. So talking to or getting together with old friends, watching or being entertained by things that used to entertain you, doing hobbies that used to entertain you, that you used to like doing. Something about the past coming full circle here, and you taking comfort and reassurance in that, and just allowing that to shift you into a more peaceful state of mind. That's what I've got for you, Group 1. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you'd like me to come back and do more readings for you. If you'd like a private reading, my contact information is down below. Also, it's the $1 for 5 minutes on Keen. That link should still be working. Hopefully it's still working. I know I'm changing the link over right now. But check it out, okay? Thanks for tuning in. You could stick around for Group 2 if you feel guided to. Otherwise, I will talk to you next time. All right. Welcome, Group 2. Thanks for tuning into your reading. So what do you need to know right now? What's going to benefit you? What's going to help you? What do you need to hear right now? Okay. Now, I wanted to do something for all the groups, but I forgot. So I'm going to do it for you. We're going to start with you, and we're going to flip randomly to the Be Good to Yourself therapy book, which I absolutely love and have used on the channel before. And so this is going to be also a supplementary message that you need to hear right now. Okay, Group 2. So what does Group 2 need to hear right now? Just going to go ahead and flip. Page 16 is about learning, spiritual lessons, growing. It's also about waiting, pursuing your dreams, inner growth. Yeah, waiting as well. Okay. I'm really drawn to this tree here. It's like 7 of Pentacles energy, growth. Okay. So the message is, when you need help, ask. Trust people to say no if they don't want to give. Okay. So some of you need to ask for help. Do you have your moon in Sagittarius? Are you that 10 of Wands energy? Or you just intend to like do everything on your own? Hyper independence is a trauma response for some of you. Some of you need to hear that. Others of you, you know, maybe you have people around you just don't feel like you can ask them. This is encouraging you to ask for help, and to know that maybe some of you, I'm getting some Capricorn energy, some Capricorn guilt, some Pisces guilt here coming through. But regardless of sign, I just say the signs because other people who know about the signs can understand the energy better. Regardless, you could feel like you would feel guilty to ask somebody for help, or you just feel shy about doing that. Okay. And this is saying don't. Is saying like, don't worry, you know, people can say no if they don't want to, if they can't help you, if they don't want to help you, whatever the case may be. You're being encouraged to ask nonetheless. Okay. So that's a lesson for you that you need to learn, that you are worth being brave enough and putting your ego and your pride aside enough to ask for help when you need it. Because even if that person doesn't help you, you have still honored your need for help and put a voice to it, which is honoring, yourself in a way. Okay. So let's get one tarot card to find out what else Group 2 needs to know. Excuse me. Stomach is gurgling. All right. What else does Group 2 need to know? I'm going to pull some other cards first, and then we'll read them. I sense that some of you guys are experiencing or soon will experience your happily ever after. And for some of you, that means that you will be moving, or like moving house. Could be moving house. You could be going on a trip. You could be moving to a different job. Whatever you're doing, it's going to be an awakening or a reawakening, sorry, an awakening or a reawakening of your true selves, which is a good thing. So one more card for group 2 on what they need to hear right now. Okay. Look forward. So you're getting clarity here. It's been feeling you're really getting clarity. I feel like some of you have found comfort in the not knowing or in the confusion. That's that Ten of Wands energy again, being in a situation where you feel like, you know, on a subconscious level, you are attracted to or attracting situations or people that make your life more difficult than it needs to be. And in that way, you can avoid yourself or dealing with deeper problems or really just facing yourself or honoring yourself to become and do the things that you really want to become and do. Okay, that's that Ten of Wands energy. If life is always a mess or in an uproar, if you always have too much to do, then there's no fear or need to really look at yourself or look more closely at your relationships or your life and see things potentially that you don't want to see or have to face or work on things that maybe you don't want to face or work on. And we see that is parting. Like the clouds are parting, the sun is coming out, there's going to be clarity. The fog is parting. Okay, somebody here could be from England, and I'm getting like past life vibes from like Victorian era when it was industrial and there's a lot of fog. I'm getting that for some reason. So maybe that's why there's some sort of past life link that makes you this way, where life was very, very hard and tough, and you still kind of got that vibe with you, but you can release that now. Times are different. You're not in that realm anymore. You're not in that life anymore. Okay, so look forward, and that's what it's talking about. It's going to be challenging. You're going places that you don't know. So yeah, she's like walking along kind of this like cliff, so it's kind of treacherous. There are no rails, right? Hopefully she doesn't lose her footing, because she'd be like the Fool energy. Take a leap, and hopefully there will be ground below that will save her. But you never know. It's a chance. It's a risk. But it's what's coming through that you need to take. Continue to look forward no matter, what the future holds. Even if you don't know, go into the unknown. Prepare yourself the best that you can. She's got her, hiking boots on and her backpack and everything. Prepare yourself, but also just do it. Just move forward, okay? And we've got the Eight of Fire. Again, it's about movement, getting moving and getting moving. Move your body, move your life, move it forward, and be quick about it. This is saying to do it. Like, just get out there and do it. Just do it like Nike says, right? Again, a little preparation, but bottom line, move, okay? Get moving. Eight of Fire card says, events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things happening at once. So get ready, because if your life is not already really hectic or busy, it's going to get really hectic or busy. And we could be talking about the holiday season, because it gets hectic and busy for a lot of people. It probably has already started for a lot of people, but I don't feel like it's just about that. Okay? It's fairly about that, honestly, but not only about that. I mean, this is what you're meant to hear right now. We've got to acknowledge that there is a reason that you're needing to hear this, and it's just saying that things are going to be picking up. So if you have been stuck in a situation, whether it be personal life, friendship, family, work, love life, that is moving forward. It's getting unstuck. The Eight of Fire is about getting unstuck. It's about, think about like a four-wheeler stuck in the mud, and then finally, or just your car stuck in the snow, and then finally it just bursts forward, it gets loose. That's what's going to happen here. That's what they're letting you know. That's what you need to hear. So it's a good thing. If you've been feeling stuck in some life area, then just know that you are about to move forward, and move forward quickly, and in more ways than one. And we've got detoxification. So it's letting you know to let go of your past baggage and really take care of yourself. Okay, this is reminiscent of group 1 in that way. So it's detoxing your mind and your body and your heart from toxins. Basically, stay away from toxic people that make you feel bad. It doesn't matter, if it's your family or it's your friends. I know, a lot of people have dysfunctional families that they have to expose themselves to over the holidays, or they feel like they have to expose themselves to that. But really, you don't have to, right? You don't. You can stay away from them. You can figure it out. And that's what it's really wanting you to do. It is a card about eating, more healthily as well, staying away from, artificial sweeteners, or just, just for example, things that are not healthy for you, and eating more organic or fresh fruits and produce, things like that. It is talking about that too, using more natural products on your hair and your body, and in your face, and just being more natural, like you can see on the card. It's self-explanatory, but it's mostly about detoxing your heart and mind from negative emotions, negative thoughts. Okay. Your mind is your command center. It creates your reality. Get it under control. Okay, if you feel like you've been stuck in conflict, or feeling like you're in survival mode, or feeling defensive, and that's what your ego is meant to do, is trying to protect you, stand up for you. It's trying to be there for you. Your shadow side is behaving the way that it does because it's trying to protect you. So you can have compassion for that, but also know that ultimately you're the one in control, and not your shadow side, and not your fear or your survival mode or your old programming, but you're the one in control. So go ahead and you catch yourself thinking old thoughts. Just tell your mind, you're moving forward, you're moving past that, right? You can let your mind know, thanks for the thoughts, but choose more helpful thoughts, so that you can be healthier in mind, body, and spirit. They'll be reflected in your life, because you're going to need that. You're going to need all the optimism and the healthy, strong mental state for what's coming, because you're about to, be thrust forward in your life. And I see that you're going to be able to handle it quite nicely, because I don't feel like you have to wait until you're perfect in order to do this. It's going to happen either way. But what you can expect from this is a certain amount of detoxification of your life, leaving behind toxicities in whatever form that manifests, and moving forward to take some risks, to see more of the world. Could even be talking about traveling, but it does feel like, taking some risks in order to grow, in order to learn. And I feel like this is a really good thing. That's what I've got for you guys. Thanks for tuning in, Group 2. I hope that was helpful. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you'd like me to come back and do more readings for you guys. You can stick around for Group 3 if you feel guided to. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys next time. All right, Group 3, thanks for tuning into your reading. So what do you need to know right now? What is going to benefit you? What's for your highest good? Just what does Group 3 need to know right now? So Group 3, we're going to start off with my Be Good to Yourself therapy book. We're going to flip to a random page and see what that message is before pulling some cards for you. So what does Group 3 need to know right now? Number 14, Temperance energy. Somebody could have strong Sagittarius in their chart. Don't have to. Could be also born in the year of the rat. And you could have a 5 life path, or your birthday could be on the 5th or the 14th. But regardless, what is it saying? It says, when you have work to do and you don't want to do it, decide what really needs to be done and what can wait. So it's about delegating your responsibilities. You could be overwhelmed. See how his little house is all falling apart, and his shutters need to be fixed, and his roof needs to be fixed. He's got this long list of things that he needs to do. You could be feeling quite overwhelmed, and this is saying, just pick one thing. What's the most important thing? Like, if you got one thing done today, what should that be? What would be the most beneficial thing to get done today? What is just pick one. Just pick something that you want to do, and then do it. What do they say? Every journey of 1,000 steps begins with one step, or every journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Something along those lines. So it's just telling you, like, to give yourself permission to not tackle everything all at once, because that just leads to analysis paralysis, or just more of the feeling that you don't want to do anything. Wouldn't it be more beneficial to cut yourself a break and just start with one thing at a time? For some of you, that is like fall cleaning as opposed to spring cleaning. It also has to do with different areas, because a lot of different people watch, but maybe the holiday season as well, prepping for that, or just work, home responsibilities, relationship responsibilities. Fill in the blank, right? So that's what the message is from that book, and we're going to get a card from the last unicorn tarot deck. I see like a new opportunity coming for you guys, or you've entered into a new realm, new opportunity, or you're starting a new investment here. Could be to do with like money and work. So maybe you're feeling like you have to hustle really hard to prove yourself, or if you're applying for jobs, maybe you're applying for a lot of them and they're having all these assessments that you need to do and the things that they have you do when you've applied for something. Some of you, I just feel like you have been through a lot and you just kind of like trying to enforce your boundaries, and in doing that you're feeling a little stressed, a little mental anxiety, or just a little stressed about that. So for group 3, what do they need to know right now? I wasn't going to look at it. I wasn't going to look at it yet. Some of you are going through a breakup or some sort of a breakdown, but just know that from that is going to come a solid opportunity, or there already has been a solid opportunity, but just know it was due to some sort of dismantling of old systems or an old situation that did not work for you, wasn't going to work for you, okay? So just know that even if that change was unwanted and you felt really bad about it, just know that that was what was absolutely the best for you, and better times are definitely ahead. There's a golden opportunity here for you that you're meant to experience, and it's going to be better all around. Okay, so that's coming through. And let's get this card here. Some of you could have been fired from a job, or, you know, some sort of just something that, you know, you were trying to make work, but just you knew intuitively that it wasn't going to, that it wasn't right for you, that you need to start from scratch, basically. And it's okay to start from scratch at any age, any walk of life, at any time. Every day is a new day. Not to be Pollyanna or platitudes, but you know what? Platitudes are used and sayings are used because they're beneficial. They speak to universal human experiences. So just putting that out there. Let's get another card for group. What group are we on? Group 2? Group 3? So I already forgot. Group 3. Another card for group 3, please. What do they need to know right now? And last but not least, one more card for group 3 and what they need to know right now. Some of you, I am speaking to a Leo, either sun, moon, or rising, or you just have that energy. You could be like a one life path, born on the 1st of the month. You could be born in the year of the monkey. Just getting those. But regardless of your sign, for group 3, what do they need to know right now? Okay, we've got share your gifts. Could be born on the 8th of the month, have an 8 life path. That's the number of the executive. Also getting 1 again. Share your gifts. That's what it's saying. And, you know, Leos tend to be that energy regardless of your sign. Leos tend to be generous. They have a lot to give. They tend to share, especially with those people that they love and care for. And like if you're in the inner circle, or even if they just like you for whatever reason, they're going to share and they're going to give to you. So if for some reason you don't feel like doing that, or you're holding back, this is encouraging you to just go ahead and give. You know, what comes around goes around. It's going to come back to you. Everybody's you pushed out, so giving to others is giving to yourself. That doesn't mean, you know, that you just, you know, I trust that if this message is coming out for you guys, that you know what that message is referring to, that you know your boundaries, your healthy boundaries, and you're not just going to, you know, be wasteful, but instead you're going to give strategically, or you're going to give from the heart, though. That's what I'm getting here. And this is the way, like, to get more of whatever that you're wanting. It is universal law, okay? 6 plus 2 reduces to 8. That is the infinity symbol. What comes around goes around. So share your gifts. You have a lot to give. And even if it's not talking about like material things, you know, maybe food. Some of you could be bringing, you know, cookies to the office, or baking for your friends, or just, you know, being a listening ear, somebody that, you know, cheers other people up. It's that cheery sun energy is what I'm picking up from that card. What else does group 3 need to know? Yeah, we've also got scorpionic energy here. With the judgment, that's Plutonic energy, so you could have a significant Pluto placement in your chart for those that know about that. But this is basically saying that, you know, you need to make a judgment call on something. It's time to get off the fence, okay? There's something that you or somebody that you're dealing with that's affecting you strongly needs to decide on, and it's gonna, the universe is gonna step in and decide it for you. It's that tower energy as well. That the universe stepped in and decided it for you. Like I said at the beginning, that somebody could have experienced some sort of ending or some sort of major disruption that they did not like, that they did not want. This is saying that there's really nothing that you could have done about it. It was time. Okay, it was time for that to change, to transform, and somebody to get off the fence. And what happened, it needed to happen. Okay, that transformation needed to take place to save you, is what I'm getting here. And I'm getting that partially, just look at the image, right? This is a scene where he basically has to transform her from the unicorn into a human being, because the Red Bull was after the unicorn, and that would have meant the end of her. She would have been entrapped, and it would have been just a really bad situation. So he basically had to change her to a different form, but it was not ideal, right? It's extremely disruptive. It's extremely upsetting for her. It creates a lot of hardship, but yet it was absolutely what needed to take place and the only choice at that time, right? So that's what it's feeling like there. Somebody could be born in somebody could have a 2 life path, be born on the 20th or the 2nd of a month. Okay, so I feel like it could have been out of insecurity, that somebody was staying at the party too long, so to speak. Somebody staying at the party too long, or didn't want to give up on something, or just you had already put in a lot of effort there, but it wasn't serving you. Okay, so that's why, and that had to come down, that had to change. And others of you, maybe that hasn't happened yet. This is kind of like a forewarning, a foreshadowing, letting you know that you need to make a decision in order to get clarity. Clarity is coming one way or the other. You might as well, be the one that's kind of driving that car or steering that ship. You want to be you don't want to be in the passenger seat. You want to be in the driver's seat. Now, to some extent, you're not going to be able to control what's going to happen, and the outcome is definitely going to be good. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Your outcome is going to be good from this, but you need to see things clearly and make a final decision and have that wake-up call. And when the wake-up call is in your face, you need to acknowledge it. Okay, so yeah, that's basically what's coming through. This is about your life. This is going to affect, your whole life is what's going to affect. This is about resurrection, putting something to bed and then rising again, glowing up, starting over, and it being a very good thing. Okay, it's another chance at life. It's another chance at something. Okay, what you think you've lost, well, good riddance to it. Number one, and number two, you haven't really lost it. You are just replacing it for something better. Got new location. I think one of the previous groups got this as well. I was talking about that in one of the previous groups. So if you were drawn to one of the previous groups, you can go back and watch that too. But this is talking about letting something go. So maybe some of you guys don't want to move. Okay, maybe there's a job that's being offered to you. I'm getting that scene from one of those shows or movies that is being shown to me. That's somebody that had to move. Maybe their family made them move, and it feels like for a job or for practical reasons, but they didn't want to do it. Okay. It could be talking about leaving a relationship or something else. It boils down to not wanting to do it. But then ultimately, after all the disruption and the smoke clears, then people settle down and realize that it was the best thing for them, and they're happier there, and they don't regret it anymore. So it's about some major decision that needs to be made that goes hand in hand with some sort of major transformation or change, and however unwanted that was, it's ultimately going to be for the best. Some of you are making new friends or need to make new friends. If you're not getting along at your job or with someone when you're starting something new, this is saying be open your heart, share your gifts, even if it's not talking about like a physical thing. Like they're saying that you're a gifted person, you have a lot to offer, so they're asking you to acknowledge that and know that whatever good you put out into the world is going to come back to you, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, somebody needs to know that. Also, I'm getting some karmic energy here, like as in, like this is karma playing out, if not from this life, then from a previous life. But your thoughts create your reality, so it could be something that you thought or was afraid of, or something subconscious that has manifested now in the 3D with something that's unwanted, but is ultimately for your highest good. And it does have to do with a new location, okay? It is safe for you to enter into this new realm. In fact, I'm being guided to get you an affirmation from the book on this one. But it is about moving physically, but it feels like not necessarily doing exercise or something, although you could do that if you wanted. It feels more like moving house, moving to a different job, moving locations, moving to another country, another state, somewhere else, whatever resonates with you. So, and Yeah, it's talking about a change of venue. Most likely you're moving to a new residence. However, this card could also mean that you are changing the location of your employment. And the affirmation you can say is, I now live and work in a safe, comfortable, spacious environment in a wonderful location. Okay. You could even write like a list of features that you desire in this new location, and that will help you to manifest it. Also, you could be on the cusp of finding a new job or being promoted, but regardless of the type of location, trust that this change is for the better and that it will bring great improvements into your life. That's what I've got for you, Group 3. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. I intend that was helpful in all the ways that you needed it to be. If you'd like a private reading, my contact information is down below beneath the video, and also there's that $1 for 5 minutes on Keen. That is linked down below. I believe that's still active. And thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time.